No racial group in America is more out of line with God's natural order than black people. 70% of our kids are born to unwed mothers. We don't view family as a necessity for success. It's just one of many options. The matriarchy, it doesn't work.
Now we're seeing him respond to the controversy. What's your reaction?
It just pissed me off even more because this dude is, some woman, maybe his mother or somebody used to abuse him. He is really, really fixated on the hatred of black women, period. So I'm just pissed off just being a black man listening to this fool talk the junk that he's talking. He's wondering why he's getting, and I think it's all up his sleeve because he's not relevant. So this is a point that makes an unrelevant person a little relevant by reacting to his buffoonery.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Dutch, the Black Non-Democrat. And if you're finding my channel for the first time here on YouTube, please, if you like what you hear, make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Let's go. Wow, man, that is some strong statements that this guy on Comedy Hype News had to say about Jason Whitlock. If you guys don't know, Jason Whitlock made some statements concerning the Tyree Nichols case, where he analyzed this situation and said basically this is because of how single mothers are matriarchs in the community. They run the black community, and if you have been watching me for the last couple of months, you will know my stance on this. It is a detriment to the black community. The single motherhood in general, the idea of single motherhood has single-handedly destroyed the black community, and it was basically ushered in by the Democratic Party. The thing is, you guys, we live in a society where we look at the outlier and make that the whole thing. We look at the outlier of something and make that the in general, and that right there don't even work in science. That don't work nowhere. You always focus on the majority of something and you attack that. You don't talk about the exception to the rule. The thing is, it's a rule. It's there for a reason. Generalizations are there for a reason. And this man was speaking nothing but facts.
My critics say my criticism is off base because Tyree Nichols has a mother and a stepfather, and that the city's female police chief, Carolyn Davis, is married and a mother. No one survives a rotten culture unscathed. The pervasiveness of baby mama culture harms everyone, including the non-participants forced to operate within it. Police start gangs to combat gang violence. Young men without fathers in the home are attracted to gangs. Baby mama culture celebrates gang involvement. Black men see black women as our leaders, our saviors. I don't. We got preachers sitting in pulpits that want to tell you, well, it's from slavery 150 years ago. And until we resolve slavery from 150 years ago, there's nothing we can do about it. It's a joke. And I'm the one catching criticism for saying, hey, this is about the family. This is about a matriarchal culture. That's how crazy this thing is. That's how dishonest this whole thing is. The system that's going on right now is about the destruction of male leadership. And all the leverage in a relationship has been thrown to one side, women. And black women have run wild with it. And I don't care if that pisses you off, but that's the reality. They've taken that leverage. I don't need no man. I'll have his baby, and then I will hold that baby over his head like a gun. I will use all this system that we've constructed to emasculate that man.
I want to say one thing, though. What he said about the chief of police, and that's the thing, you guys. I can disagree with someone but not call them a coon. I can disagree with someone and not call them a sellout. I can disagree with someone and not call them a Sambo. I can disagree with someone and not say they hate black women because of their opinions or what they say. And on top of that, he cleared it up. The thing is, he did say that, the chief, she was a single black woman and they working up under her made them do what they did. I don't think that. I don't believe that. And it's not true. She is a married woman, and I'm all for married women out there, especially black married women. Shout out to all of you guys, because unlike Barack Obama, I'm going to say you are the backbone of the community. You keep the community strong, because the single motherhood doesn't. And that's what Mr. Whitlock was basically saying in his whole general context. See, people took to what he was saying and just, ran with it on, we don't need to be talking about that. We need to talk about police brutality. Both can exist in the same reality. These black men who act straight up like gang members, coming from the hood, coming from single mothers, not having any father figures in their lives to teach them how to be proper masculine men, and the racist police department they work for. You see, they can get a job and not like their kind at the same time. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, we see it all day in the hood. We are 94% black on black crime. We are the highest, and I repeat, the highest percentage wise of killing each other than any other race. And that's basically what Mr. Whitlock was talking about. And he doubled down on it, and he basically is not flinching. See, the thing is, people, you guys just heard what he had to say, and I don't think anything he said is incorrect. I don't think anything he said is woman hating or black woman hating. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. If you see it, you can go down in the comment section and please explain why you think he hates black women, like you heard the guy on Comedy Hype News. And shout out to Comedy Hype News, because they did do a segment that I might just go live this weekend and literally play their whole video and do commentary on what was said, because it was a black woman on there that agreed with Mr. Whitlock, and Pierre, the comedian, he agreed with Mr. Whitlock. But the only problem I have with these two individuals and people like that, basically majority of black people, including D.L. Hughley, all of them, they sit up there and condemn what Mr. Whitlock said, right? And then they will literally turn around and say the same exact thing, but they soften it up a little bit. He is right, but I'm not agreeing with him, because both the woman and Pierre, they agreed with what he said, but they said they're not condoning what he said. I was like, what kind of logic is that? Because they know exactly what it is. Pierre was asked the question, Pierre, do you think single mothers has destroyed the black community? He said, yes. Yes, it did, but he had to, clean it up by saying, but it's not their fault, it's the government fault and the Democratic Party fault. And I do believe it's the Democratic Party's fault. I never wavered on that. I'm the black non-Democrat, baby, and I named that channel, my channel, that for a reason, you see? But I can beat that dead horse all day long. I can go at the Democratic Party, which I tried to do when I first started this channel. I was just going at the Democratic Party. But guess what? No one wanted to listen to that. No one wanted to even, see what I had to say about that 94 crime bill that Biden, the one who you put in office, the one who you just goo gaga over just to get Trump out of office. He signed a bill that took your father to prison, your father to prison, your father to prison, my uncle to prison, my father to prison. Hey, he put a crime bill in effect that took more black men out of the household, yes, to create this whole single mother bullshit that we have today, that Barack Obama say they're the backbone of the community. He did that, and he's your president right now. We love his old ass. But at the end of the day, when Ice Cube was trying to literally hold their feet to the fire, what did we tell Ice Cube? To shut the fuck up and get back to the big three. And that's exactly what he did. I don't think Ice Cube is ever going to try to present a contract with Black America ever again, because we shunned that man. We shun that man, and just like you're shunning this man for speaking the truth, all we have to do is start recognizing the truth. Stop moving on emotion and feelings all the time. I'm emotional, I feel, but at the end of the day, man, I let logic, common sense, and reason guide my thought process. That's why you need a man in the house, because most men think like that. It's not saying that men don't have emotion, and it's not saying that women don't have logic. But men, we tend to lean on our logical and long-term planning more than women. So that's why we need that aspect in the household. And that's what Mr. Jason Whitlock was trying to convey. He was saying that these men were acting like thugs. These men were acting like they are straight out of the hood. And they jumped on that man, and I looked that thing over yesterday, and the lack of humanity that these men had is what I see in all of those Chicago little kids that's killing each other. I've been watching fucking documentaries on Chief Keef, Lil Durk, and all of them, Old Block, and all of them, man, Gangsta Disciples. I've been watching these documentaries on, and I'm gonna put this channel that I've been watching it on in the description box, so y'all can see that these little kids out here are cutthroat. They will kill you at a drop of a dime. And I'm looking at these young boys, young men that can potentially be president, can potentially be lawyers, can potentially be doctors, can potentially be something. But no, they all come from single mother-led households. And I'm not blaming the single mother, saying the single mother is telling them to go out and do it, but the single mother cannot handle these little dudes. That's why you need men. That's why you need to start choosing suitable men to father these children. That's all this man is saying. But no, we want to fight against what we need. We always fight against what we need. I don't get that, man. And I'm never going to get it. But I'm going to explore it. I want to fucking explore the shit out of it. And that's why you guys see me up here every day, popping out these videos, trying to get you guys aspects on what I'm talking about, trying to get all of the opinions in the comment section, trying to, make sense of all of this, men and women. If we got to argue through it, if we got to debate it, if we got to do whatever, we need to address it. And I think that by calling this man names and saying that he hate black women, I don't think that's the way to go. But anyway, y'all may see some videos on your screen right now. Please make sure that you hit these videos, especially if you're just finding me on YouTube, because these videos will go deeper into what I mean, and what Jason Whitlock means. Y'all stay unplugged from false narratives. I'm out, and be safe out there. And please start thinking with logic, common sense, and reason.